Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Raiders. How's everybody doing? You guys doing good? I hope you're doing good. Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. This is stream number 2. And we're building an RPG system, and we've made some great progress. I'll go back over it as we go. We're gonna make cards. We've got 5 categories, 10 cards apiece, so that's 50 cards that we're gonna kind of hammer out a quick design on, and I might slap some placeholder art on there later off stream, and just to kind of playtest them and maybe help them, look a little cooler, a little different, a little better. Thank you guys for coming over from Chaos Pixie Magic. I love you. You're a wonderful person. So we're gonna get into that in just a second. Yeah, and so this is our space, right? We're creating a generic high fantasy game that is gonna have a open license that anyone can take the mechanics and do with what they please. They do not, we'll reserve the rights on our creative intellectual properties, but as far as the core mechanic of what's going on, I'm happy to let that go. I'd love it if people were like, Cody made this, but that would be lovely. That's probably the only caveat I would ask for. Anything published or printed, based on Decks of Destiny by Cody Stone Rep RPG. I'm easy to please, super easy to please. Okay, we got a couple of more numbers to kind of pump out here. These are very much the stats that that our characters are going to have. We're going to then have some more specific things, and we'll get some examples of that as we go, right? The idea is to deal out a character and see what see who they are, see what sort of comes of it, and then as you experience things, you gain new cards, and they go into your deck, and you level some up, and you get better, and you move on. Hey, thank you, Davy Jones. Welcome back. Nice to see you. So, we've got our adventuring style right here. I've kind of made just some fun words, some evocative names here, because these were all this was all very bland and meh. I was trying to go as generic as possible up there, and so down here I wanted to get, I want to get a little funky. I want to get a little cool with it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna bop some numbers in here, and then we're gonna dip over to our faux card here, and I'm gonna reset the area so that it the print area is about the size of a card. We're gonna go in and fill them all out, and hopefully get some people for a playtest this weekend. If not this weekend, this week. I know everybody has games. Most people are very booked as far as that sort of stuff goes, but yeah, I think it could still definitely be a good time. So that's La Plane. let's get into it. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. We can clear the contents of that. Thank you for the Discord link. Thank you to my wonderful partner, and there you go. Partner, wife, awesome. Right, this is the one I care about. I had already taken those out. So we're just gonna delete that. I don't need that. Yep, go away. Okay. Okay, let's yeah, let's just bang out some numbers here. We're gonna try to take these guys in extremes, so that's good right there. Actually, they don't necessarily have to be in extremes. I think having lunch was great. Lunch was great. I got a little rest. I woke up feeling awful, and then we made chicken and Colby Jack paninis with a new Hamilton Beach panini press we got for Christmas, and it has given me new life, because I was for a while, I was like, nope, I'm done for today. Chipotle and Colby Jack, like, really can't go wrong with that. It was phenomenal, absolutely delicious. So our street scrapper is going to be not as strong physically. I don't think he needs to be as strong mentally. Definitely more social. And you know what? We're going to give him a little bit of luck there, that or magic. So that's 8, 12, or we'll just go back to this. There it is. A couple of differences there. Spellslinger. Yeah, we're going to pop a 1 right there. We're going to put the 4 there. We're going to put the 5, not there. The 1 there and the 5 there. Rune Reader is going to be something very similar, I think. You know, just kind of invert my street scrapper there. Divine Vessel is going to be a little more well-rounded, you know? I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Exorcist is, again, I think, a little more on the well-rounded side. Tactician is going to be our big 5, 4, 1, 1. Hunter is going to be, I think this is going to be another sort of general one. There we go. Shadow Walker is, let's do one of those, right? And let's see. What's a good word of creation? Inspiration. Somebody that's inspiring. Icon. There we go. That'll give us 1 that is definitely about being social. And actually, I'm going to give them that right there. We're going to do that. Great. We have our stats lined up. You know what I mean? We're going to add some features to each of these cards so that those are available, right? So let's see. Hey Blondie, how you doing? It's nice having you back. I'm glad you're here. Is there a print preview for Google Docs? A very good question. File, import, rename, add shortcut, move to trash, make a copy, available offline, edit, no edit, show, formulas and protected ranges, no, I don't need that, view, I don't really need groups, full screen, okay. You're in the process of making dinner. Nice. Jokin, welcome. We are making a, in case you missed it earlier, I'm making a tarot-based card fantasy gaming system, fantasy RPG system, and doing it specifically so that everybody can have something to utilize. And understood. Yeah, if it's past midnight, thank you for stopping in. You are phenomenal. Your presence, even for just a few minutes, was great. Thanks for saying hi. Get some sleep. We'll still be working on this tomorrow. It's gonna be a big, I think, focus around here for a little bit. Because even if Wizard sort of backpedals, they may not one day. You know what I mean? And that sucks. That does suck. So, I don't want to... If I do that, what happens? Okay. Let's go with that. Portrait. Okay. Right, and about 4 of these should fit. So, I'll cut it down to 3. Yeah. That could be useful. Yeah. Okay. Let's take this. Let's move this over here. There's nothing of importance on this one, so we're going to delete that column, and there's nothing of importance on this one, maybe? Let's find out. Is it important? No. Okay, great. So, art. Yep. We're going to merge those, and then we're going to go with text wrapping. Yep. And we're going to Control-C, Control-V, 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 Control-V. There we go. Okay. So, what did I... We're going to go with Hell Touched. Oh, I think I use those more as descriptors so that people that wanted to be a species could. Let's go back to that. Devil's own luck. Right? Okay. So, that's going to be this. Devil's own luck. Hell touched. I'm actually gonna start that down one more. So this is where the features are gonna go, and then here is probably gonna be like experience cost and some other important things, some other important little like stats there. You know what I mean? Of course you do. This isn't complicated or weird or confusing to follow. I hope. I actually know a little bit of it is, but that's okay. Good. So, hell touched. Hell touched. It is a second Cody stream. We ain't got time to fuck around, meat. We gotta get in it. We gotta get to it. Somewhere in your lineage lies the... good to see you, buddy. The mark of infernal blood. I want to stay away from certain keywords. Infernal and abyssal applied like this. Just gonna go with hellish blood. I think some of this can also just be a description. So your features are sharper and more distinct. Than those of other species, than those of other lineages. Okay, great. It is kind of doing it right. There we go. Than those of other lineages. You might display physical markers such as horns, cloven hooves. I'm not going to say the colors of skin. Not tieflings are going to be whatever color people want them to be anyway. Right, so oddly colored skin. With a piercing gaze. With a piercing gaze of hell itself. It is difficult for you to hide your true nature. There we go. Boom. Okay. So I don't think exotic looks needs to be a feature. The stats are going to line up where the stats line up. That's just what that's going to be, right? So what are some features? At home in hell. You diminish all fire and damage by the total stats on this card. Yeah, there we go. Fires of Retribution. When you take physical damage and can see the that harmed you, you may summon Hellfire to burn them in response. Out of turn. Yep. Make an Arcana check. If you succeed, deal damage to the foe equal to your foe. Yeah, target. Target is better. Thank you. Good catch, Jokin. Much appreciated. You can see the target. I was just going to designate anybody that hit you as a foe. No, please, please, please. I'm glad you haven't passed out yet. This is the help I need. This is the help I really, really need. Make an Arcana check. If you succeed, deal damage to them equal to your total Arcana. Jaws. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Chalk. They're the ones that bought all the chonks. The chonks. Yay! I hope you guys like them. And I'm sincerely not we're not giving up. We made too many dice, man. We're not stopping. Jaws. Or a few other that other. Yes, there were. I'm so glad you love them. Really. So glad. Jaws. Nice. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the heads up, Pixie. Much appreciated. So a description of the race, a basic, sort of ability there, and thank you for being understanding and willing to take my poor pronunciation. Joss. But I appreciate it. And I always want to make the effort to say people's names correctly. That's important to me. It's a simple effort, and I want to make sure that I am doing it, right? Eyes of the Devil. You can see in the dark. I think that will need a little tweaking, but that is what that is. Devil's Own Luck. This is sort of... So these abilities might be putting too many on a card. And this is one of the things that I think is going to need to get play tested, right? Because I'm not sure. It might be too much on one card. Yeah, it might become too hard to read. Exactly. But it also could be. So the idea here was that you were getting 2 from each of these categories. Right? So you're going to get 2 from origin, 2 from upbringing, 2 from life events, 2 from occupation, 2 from adventuring style. And that's going to make, hey, Eldritch, nice to see you. That's going to make your starting character deck, right? 10 cards. 4 of them on the table, 1 in your hand to rotate through. Aw, thank you, Voodoo. You're the best. Love you very much. Thank you. So maybe what I need is, instead of these generic ones, maybe a second set of racial species, of species ones, so you can tell what you're mixed with, right? Oh, you took a road trip. How was your road trip? I hope it was good. I sincerely do hope it was good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep the ones that we already have. We're gonna insert 1 below, and we're gonna insert 1 row below again, and then we're gonna do that a few more times. And we're gonna double up the species one, and that way we can split up the abilities onto different cards. Thank you. Yeah, I have good motivation to do so. Hey, T.E. Graves. Thank you for being here. Thank you, all of you, for being here. So, human adaptability, I guess. Let's see. Dwarven might. Yes. Into bed you go. Elven grace. I'm gonna skip halflings for now. Halflings are an odd gray area. So heaven sent. Hell touched. Ooh, divine seed. Divine. Yeah, I think I started too generic. I think that was the problem. I think you do specific first, and then you do the translation to more generic. I need something else for, like, in one they'd be Ardlings, you know, or what, ASMR, something with heavenly lineage. Divine justice. A little more descriptive, a little less action-y, but you're on the right track. But I don't know that they're wrapped in divinity. I think that'll be. It describes who. I'm gonna go with human ingenuity. I think that's a different sort of take on it there. And instead of curiosity, another good trait that we as humans have. You know? I don't know. It's kind of tough at the moment. I don't want to do adaptable. I don't want to do resilient. Curiosity is okay. Tenacity. I've got Dwarven resilience. Mika. Which one is it? Let me know. Tenacity. Sure, tenacity. Oh no. Human depression. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'll tell you what, because I do, so I think that those will be an expansion pack. I think we'll take the spicy mental divergences and we'll add those and an update. There we go. Yeah, the mental health expansion pack. Human stubbornness. Yeah, tenacity is a nice way of putting stubborn, right? So I think, you know, we got to put some numbers out here for this. Wrapped in divinity. 2, 2, 2, 3. No. I think it has to be like Wrapped in Divinity has to be, maybe it's short one more because it's one above everything else. So it's short a not that. It's short a an ability, a feature. It's short a feature. Yeah, mental health tokens to place them on the cards. Absolutely. All right, so I like that. Hell Touch is going to be this. There's that. Elven Grace is going to be their big stat there. What is that? 7 and 4. Yeah, we'll keep them magically inclined. Dwarven Might. So we've already given them Dwarven Clans? Dwarven Community. Dwarven Community. I like that better. Yes, this is a card-based RPG we are poking at. I'll give you the rundown in just a second. There's that. There we go. I appreciate it. No, it is exciting to talk about. And what was my other human? 3 through 3, 2. Yeah. 4, 2, 2, 3, 2. There we go. That's a decent set. All right, so we're gonna make cards. So the idea behind this is that these are our base cards for the RPG system. We are going to you would essentially draw or be dealt 2 cards from each of these categories, and that would make up your character. We have some very broad general stats. and that that you would test against. And the way that you test, you sort of lay your cards out in this. You get the idea, in this sort of system, and you roll dice. You're trying to roll under a stat number, right? And it can be either a solo stat number or a combined stat number. Every time you utilize a stat number from that card, it gets tapped, right? And you can't do it again for that turn. And so this would be the combat mechanic, right? Or the initiative mechanic. So that is kind of the basic idea. And so if you needed to tap multiple cards to succeed on something you really wanted to do, you could, but you would have less actions to do elsewhere. And so it gives even simple characters like a fighter or a barbarian or people that aren't casting magic or doing, bigger, weirder things. I think this gives characters interesting choices to make every time they take an action, right? Can they roll better? Will this improve? Does it get better? All of those sorts of things. And I think that that's something. I think that's very, very cool. So yeah, that is the broad sort of idea, and we're gonna try to make some specifics so that we can play test it this week, right? So right here, I don't know why I wanted to start with Hell Touch, but I guess I did. We'll go with Devil's Own Luck. You can see the whole screen on this new phone. Oh, nice, Randy. I'm glad the audio quality is good. That's fantastic. That warms my heart. Very much so. So I think what we're going for is the description and 3 abilities, 2 abilities. Let's go with 2. What do you think? 2? I think ultimately it may be 3, but for simplicity right now, we're gonna go with 2, right? So this is gonna be. Here's what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do? I'm coming out, so you better get the party started. Coming out, I'm coming. Sorry guys. I'm gonna put one there. That way I can just have this up. Autocorrect. Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad that you like them. Yeah, you're good. All good. Absolutely. So that description should sort of remain the same. We don't need this. Yeah, we can delete. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Delete cells and shift up. We're going to. Yeah, undo button is definitely my friend. Delete cells and shift up. Delete cells and shift up. Okay. So this is we're gonna change the name of this one. This is gonna be Hell Touched. Hell Touched. Um, is this longer description worth keeping on the card? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Genuinely don't know. Let me see. Devil's Own Luck needs to go over here, and this is delete cells and shift up. Delete cells and shift up. Eyes of the Devil, and then Devil's Own Luck is going to be kind of their big ability. Good point. It could be on the backside. I think the idea is ultimately you don't know what's coming. Here's my problem. I want it to be an RPG. I don't want it to be too gamey. I don't want it to feel like the cards are without narrative sense holding you back. Right? That's what I don't want. But I think there are ways for us to do that. For now, we're gonna leave it kind of on there, like this. And Devil's Own Luck. You may, during any test, voluntarily take a wound card. And add this card's luck stat to the ability test and result. So what does that mean? Basically, you hurt yourself, but you get a +5 to something, right? And we're gonna kind of do, what was it? So our physicals were, oh, let's go back up. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5. So I think that has to change. I don't think we can do that. So it'll be different. That's fine. I think this has to be the 5 there. And then we get... there we go. Yeah, that gets us to 11. Control Z, yeah. Shift S window button is the snip tool. I like that one too. Just the fact that I know it kind of makes me happy. Hell Touch, Wrapped in Divinity. I like dichotomies, so we're gonna do that for that one. And we're gonna give them something similar to Devil's Own Luck. But over here, let's see. And I'm sorry if you guys can't see them all. There we go. So basically, I've got 2 cards next to each other. Delete column. There we go. Now you can kind of see Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Just making this kind of into something my brain can legibly make sense of. You know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. Right. So stats. Devil's Own Luck is this one. Good. I think eventually this would be kind of with a don't think we need these for this. Oh, we don't need a lot of these. Look at this. Look at that right there. We can go ahead and delete those. Yeah, alright. That sounds good. That's that. This is going to be that. And then I know that the rest of those are 2s. Sorry, I just had a little bit of panic hit me. Don't know what that's about. That sucks. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay enough. Yeah, okay enough. You guys are good. Just hang out with me. Just be kind and awesome and encouraging, just like you guys are. You guys don't need to do anything else. I am over-medicated and caffeinated, and thank you. I love it. Micah, Mika. I love it. Divine. So this gives me a template to work from, wrapped in divinity, and what is it? Gift from heaven, and the divine. Nope. Your lineage has been blessed with... Thank you, Lurk. Birthday party? What? Nice. Sounds like a good time, Randy. At some point, yep. You have an unnatural beauty that lingers in the room long after you have departed. Light seems to cling to you, as though it were a holy halo or aura. The grace in your blood is rare and often reason enough for you to be hunted. I like that. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Touched by the light. You may test Arcane. Let's do this. While in bright light, you may test Arcane. If you succeed, one creature you can see is blinded until you cycle this card, or till you cycle this card, or the target succeeds a resist test. A resistance test. There we go. Touched by the light. Fires of Retribution. While, let's see. Rawr. Favored of the heavens, right? You may exhaust this card to shed bright light. Equal to your total arcane stat times 10. Sure, that makes sense, I think. Right? I think. Enough. Makes enough sense, right? Sure. Back over here to sheet 1. Heaven Sent. Let's do Wrapped in Divinity first. So I think Devil's Own Luck is just going to be its own thing. I don't think it's going to be that. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do that. Cuz I like this right here. Dun, 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 dun. Good. I think it was, what do I call it? Heavenly Gift? Heaven Sent. It's a Heaven Sent. And this was the one that was going to be 3. Control C, Control V. Aha! Let's see. Let's dig into this. Made by the gods. And actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this. Exceed the starting stats. In addition, you may decrease the difficulty die of any resilience. Let's go with, that needs to be a separate entry, okay? Heaven's Agent. You may decrease the difficulty die of a resilience test if you do cycle this card. Cycle this card. Of a resilience test you make. That, you know, needs to be right? Right. And yep. There we go. Okay. That's that. Good. Doing good. Making a little bit of progress here, right? I hope. This food is so... What'd you make? What'd you get? Aw, thank you, Panda. I'm glad it's your Zen place. I sincerely hope this is good and useful for people. So I'm gonna say I got those done, and I've got those done. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Honey ginger chicken over rice. Ooh, that does sound good. A little spice in the ginger, the honey. Nice. Nice. Yeah, enjoy your food, please. I know it's dinner time for a lot of people. I'm happy to have you guys around. It really does. It really helps. Having some digital body doubles here. Let's do humans next, shall we? Yeah. Let's do it. Humans. All right. Tomorrow dinner, yeah. Ooh, I love me some chicken. Chicken is my sweet spot. All right. Ingenuity, 2342. Let's start with that. All right, I'm gonna kind of stretch my my hips here. Human ingenuity. 2, 3, 4, 2. Right? Okay, good. And then tenacity. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Human tenacity. And the stats on that one are 3332. That adds up. Over here. Nice. 3 bits of sticky tape. 3, 3, 3, 2. Okay. Human. The youngest of the civilized races. Humanity has raced to catch up with the older, more established societies. In their haste, they have defined themselves as problem solvers, innovators, and rebels willing to question what the older kin accept as sacred. I'm sorry you overate, baby. I get it. I feel you. I feel you so, so much. Nope. Control C, Control V. There we go. Nice. Okay. Human abilities. Oh, dun, 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 dun. What are some good human abilities? Ooh. Make it better. Do better. You may treat this card as though it were another card. As though its stats were another card on your spread. +1. If you do, cycle this card at the end of your turn. Okay, so what does that mean? Basically, human means that we're sorry, you overate. First human you ever played, and they're technically not human, but I like the idea of cycling this card. It's like a short rest ability. It's kind of a burst ability, right? These are gonna have some bursts on them, I think, and I think that's good. So it basically lets you pick up something you've learned and, through ingenuity, do it better. Do it better one time. right? And I actually think that ability is very powerful. I don't know that it needs a second ability. So let's get over here. Tenacity. You don't know when to quit. Humanity should have died out long ago. But nobody told the humans that. You may, on your turn, cycle this card and every other wound in your spread or hand. Yeah, I want to have little, like, Magic the Gathering kind of quotes in there and have NPCs that they're attributed to and develop that sort of opaque storytelling that comes through in, like, Elden Ring, but is also present in other card games like L5R and like Magic the Gathering and those sorts of things. Cycled this way from your deck. Return them to your deck after the current encounter. Yeah, after the current encounter. They really are. They really, really are. And it's amazing the type of type of person, the amount of personality that can be shared and displayed in just a blurb, right? In just a hint. They're very pretty. They're gorgeous, man. They say what you will, Magic the Gathering has kept many fantasy artists employed for 30 years, and I sincerely hope that they are paid what they deserve. I doubt it, but the fantasy art frequently wins. I have these books called Spectrum, right? And it comes out every year. I need to get the latest one. So, but Spectrum. That's actually an art from a Magic the Gathering card. And what it is the best contemporary fantastic art. Every year they do this, and they give out awards. And there's always some phenomenal Magic the Gathering cards that are on there. Oh yeah, it's amazing the artists that they employ. And it's disgusting that they do anything to prevent artists from continuing to participate in that way. Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
The cleaning has begun. The scrubbing, if you will.
Oh, the scrubbing. Could I have some form of sinus medication? Cold and or sinus. Yeah. Yes, they're excited to hear you.
Hi.
There you go. She says hi. All right. We're going to duplicate this. So we're at 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 more. Oh, elves and dwarves, right? Duh. Elves.
Bam.
Dayquil. Yeah, the power of the gods in drug form. Thank you.
Hi, friends.
Yes.
My face is gross. I'm not showing it.
I don't know what she's talking about. Her face
Shut
is
up.
pretty.
It's not.
It is.
It's all acne and unmade up. My face is always gross. Shush you.
That's what I'm saying. Her
Hey,
face.
hey, no, you're on my
What?
side.
No, I'm not. Not when your side is against you. Why would I
Now
be
I'm
on your
keeping the
side?
drugs.
Oh, you want me to not be okay?
Stop that right now.
What?
Stop that immediately.
What? Stop what?
You heard me.
I don't understand.
Guys, I'm being bullied in my own home.
I'm not being bullied.
I'm being bullied in my own home.
Yeah.
Hi,
You're gonna
T.
make T. Graves sad.
No, don't speak for them. We are not. That was on you. That is not my fault.
I know. You didn't do that.
Bullied.
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. How dare you?
Bullied.
How dare you?
Harassed even. Hunted, despised.
Harassed even. Shame on you.
Oh no, I can't see or read whatever T. Graves said. I have to go away.
Oh, you mean where she says you're beautiful and they love you?
I can't hear any of it.
Then you missed where I said I needed more to drink. I hope she tunes in right as she hears that I was asking for something else to drink, and then she has a moment of harassment. You're just mad because I caught you the other night. That's what you're mad about. That you're you're just feeling bad because I got sassy on you. That's what happened. Elves, let's do some elf shit. All right. Human tenacity. Ugh. Me, sassy. Not often. It should come out more, I think, but it has happened a bit recently. I think what happens is there's so much biting my tongue and just anxiety that happens around my no more stinky humans around my family that I'm like, it's got to come out somewhere. All right. Elven Grace and Elven Magic are the names. Lies, Cody. What have I lied about? What have I lied about? Oh, am I just sassy all the time? Is that what you're saying? Elven Magic. Okay. Nice. Open the pressure valve. Release the sass. Am I really sassy? Oh, I'm not being oh, yeah. Thank you? The word he's looking for is can you what is it? I was hoping you would say something a little more like happy mad. What is that called? What is that word? The word he's looking for is sassy. He better pray he don't find it. Oh, Shirley. Sweet, sweet Shirley. She gives me life. That's a Community reference for those of you out there curious what I'm twisting through. Oh, I turned that light up for work because my office is in here now, and that's why I'm all blown out. Okay. Elven Grace, stats on Elven Grace, 3314. Love it. No, 3. 3. 1. 4. This week, part of my focus is reorganize that whole spot. Oh, the studio. Oh boy. All right. Fey touched. We have two other otherworldly beauty things. I don't want to go into that. Nope, that's an ability. Perhaps. Hey, nice to see you. How you doing? I will catch you up on all of it. I've made a new RPG system. Welcome to my village, Wingapo, motherfuckers. You have a sliced kiwi. Ask me anything. I love that. Well done, Meep. Well, do you eat the kiwi skin? How about that for a question? Genuinely curious. You're Wingapo? Because I've never heard Wingapo before you? I'm pretty sure I had. Peel the skin off. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. The fuzzies would make me not want to touch it. But you know what I used to love? Apricots. No. What are those little kumquats? The little fruits. And they have kind of a seedish pit in there. Yeah. Probably. Pixie, at some point, all stories just become the filter through which I create. I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, the fuzz on peaches. Not a big fan of that. How to describe elves? I don't want to call them Fey touched. I don't want to get into too much of that. All stories go back to the hero's journey. A lot of times, yeah. There are very few. That may not, but yeah. Old as balls. When an elf shows a wrinkle, they ship him off across the sea to an island where they can run free. Tolkien, you silly bitch. Uninstall the stupid stream sticker extension. So stop posting it. Yeah, I don't know why. It's been on about them stickers for a minute though. It really has. What is a good description of them? A good, we had Hell Touch, we had Divine, and the Divine, which I thought was I just put human there. All right, so fuck it. I can just put elves. Oh, the sound bits. I didn't. Yeah, sorry. I don't think I put them on. Here. I can do. I had this ready, lined up for something.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
My feelings about today. There you go. Elves. The oldest stewards of civilization. They have outlived empires and even the worship of some gods. To an elf, they are the eternal guiding hand. To a world in desperate need of something. In desperate need of something. You could eventually sell a neat little box with everything you need to run a basic adventure. Yes. With your system. Skinned with either High Fantasy or Pixie's World. Yes, I like both of those ideas. Or both. Yes, double the money. Yes, all of that. Yes. I agree, Meep. I agree to all of those things you just said. I'm really liking it. To an elf. Elves. View the world in the scope of years. And commit decades to perfecting a single brushstroke. Among the elves, it is said that mastery is eternal, and all else is transient. Kind of gives them a different, not a different flavor, but it just in the verbiage, in the description. Meep, that's the idea. That is the whole idea. The physical, mental, social, those stats will kind of always stay. And then it's this stat down here, this arcane stat, that is the one that whatever is specific to that setting, that's where that would go. Or, you know, if it was trying to do something like Shadowrun, where technology or arcane also both existed, you could double print stats down there. I mean, there's enough room on the card itself to add more details. But that's the hope. My hope is to create something accessible enough that people can understand it, be creative with it, take it, run with it, make it their own. Exactly. Yeah. But I think creating new cards is always fun. I loved collecting cards. I have always loved collecting cards. There's something about having a stack of this, right? And the principle that at a certain number it's impossible for them to have ever been in this order before. And it would take near eternity for us to ever shuffle the entirety of a 52 deck of cards, much less the billions of cards that like Magic the Gathering has, you know? It's true. There is a dopamine hit that comes from opening a pack of cards that is sometimes just far more fun and enjoyable, reliably enjoyable, than trying to play with people that are just no fun to play with, really. All right. Let's get some Elven abilities. Elven Grace. Okay. So this is more of our City Wood. This is more of our runs up the elephant, shoots everybody sort of guy. I agree. Yeah, that's the disappointment. You know? It's fun to play. It's fun to have things that, you know, but the opportunity to be creative suffers at certain points in certain places. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to keep that from happening here. Elven Grace. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. 100%. So, for their 30th anniversary, they released a set of booster packs. You got like 3 booster packs for like $30, $40. It was something ridiculous. It was, or 100 maybe, I don't know. It was a ton of money. And the cards weren't legal. You cannot play them in any legal format. So if you want to sit at home and look at them or play them with your friends, maybe if they allow it, but they reprinted the strongest cards ever and then said, but you just get to look at them. Exactly. So, what is something about... So I think... I am up and down. The meds did help. I probably need to eat something else. I felt great when I sat down. I'm kind of struggling at the moment, but I'm hanging in there. Oh, thank you. That's very kind, Pixie. Keen senses. Of this card. And perfectly balanced. on skillful application of any physical test. That's going to be important. Any physical test that relies on a skillful approach may add this card's arcane stat to the test. Whew. These, some of these just might be straight up overpowered, but we're going to give them a shot. So the idea there is, instead of exhausting or cycling, elves have this big old stat that they can add to specific things. I'm going to try to make like a skill list maybe afterwards, because I like these big attribute tests, but I do think we need some like more specific types of actions, types of skills. So I don't think that you need to have like a specific skill, but maybe when you are doing something specific, you gain a bonus, right? Depending on what is out. So, okay. Natural or arcane. Oh, Blondie. I'm so sorry. I don't like when your glimmers die. Cold or alone. Such a weird sentence. Masters of Magic. Yeah. I often have that feel. Whether it's natural or arcane, it matters not. Elven eternity has afforded them I agree. That is the rule, right? It is. We live in a society. Sorry. I know I probably, if I spiked the mic, I'm so sorry there. When casting a spell of natural or arcane origins, may add their he had it coming. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. I agree. I agree. Ooh. Spell of natural or arcane origins. Gonna try. I'm gonna start writing in shorthand. We're designing cards. We're designing like tarot cards, so they'll be a little bigger, have the stats, the numbers on them around the sides, the text there, and then some art there. I'm gonna make some mock-ups eventually, as soon as I get the text on them done, And then this is kind of the basic idea, right? We lay out the cards. They have stats. You go to make a test, and the dice you roll, you're trying to roll under the stats that are on your spread. And if you have to, when you use a stat on a card, you tap that card, you exhaust it, right? Certain abilities force you to discard the cards out of the spread, and you can cycle things through there, and wounds and damage will end up in cards. So in a quasi deck building sense, you develop experience. You gain new cards through succeeding and failing at things you do, which I think is interesting and good and fun. And I need something that elves do with magic. Yes, but I want them to have a ability. Draw on the hidden world. I like it as a statement. I like it as a thought. Let's see. Magic aficionados. Oh, that's a pretty simple one. When casting a spell, an elf may decrease the difficulty die by 1 step. If they do, cycle this card at the end of the turn. There we go. That's something. That's something useful. I may need to restart it, baby. That's probably why. Oh. Expertise of ages past. Let's see. There's my Elven Magic. 1, 3, 3, 4. Yep. Elves. 1, 3, 3, 4. They may reattempt the test if they do cycle exhaust. Fails a test, they may exhaust this card to roll again. If they do, cycle this card at the end of the turn. We deleted it. We should have no stickers. There should be no stickers anywhere. So there's that. Great. Bam. Dwarf. No, it's okay. Nothing to be sorry about, but that's why she's That's why she's like, why is it doing this? Because it shouldn't be doing that. Okay. And what are community and resilience? Great. Let's get those stats. 3341 4331. Got it. Did I hydrate? I'm out of water. So I missed that one. I have no more hydration to hydrate with. Hopefully Pixie will bring me some more. So resilience is 4, 3, 3, 1, and 3, 3, 4, 1. Hydration is important, especially when you're sick. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Meep. I'm going to take a brief break after I finish the dwarves. Because after I finish the dwarves, I will have, I'm officially like a fifth of the way through. Then I can, I'll keep making the rest of them, dress them up, so that we can do some play tests with this stuff.
Especially when you're sick.
What?
The guilt on, especially when you're sick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I have to hydrate more because I'm sick. No.
What?
Unacceptable.
What's unacceptable?
I can hear the pout in your voice.
There's no pout. Oh, she's amazing. She's special. All right. So, let's get these. We got those stats. Dwarf.
Help me drink your juice.
Thank you.
I brought him water.
Brought me water. What was Pixie saying? She was saying I was guilting her.
Yeah, hydration is important, especially when you're sick. Like, I was already on my way.
I know, I wasn't. Pixie, you are the real MVP, as Meep says.
I know, thank you.
She knows.
Correct.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna delete this. I don't think I need this. So let's delete that column. There we go. That will hopefully make things a little more visible. We do love the Pixie. Alright. Dwarf. Brusque. Outspoken. And fiercely loyal. Though an individual dwarf might be hardy. English uses a lot of words that are perhaps that have other origins for sure. There's a lot of French that just sort of makes its way in there. Yeah. It is. It's just another way of saying abrupt. There's a little bit of a different connotation. Not much, but it's also, I like the phonetics of it. I think the phonetics of a word and the words you choose as you are speaking them about something should help evoke the emotion or the state of mind or the sensation of them, right? I find that helpful. Yep. Is the strength of a clan. To endure throughout time. Yeah, sorry, blanked out. I had a very cool thought that I'll kind of go through, but I have to. Oh boy, the ADHD is strong with me today. Um, of the other civilized races. It is a point of pride that dwarven craftsmanship be held above all others. Okay, so there's that. Control C, Control V, aha. Dwarven community. Yep. Friend to all. Dwarf may. What can the dwarf do? What should the dwarf be able to do? Decrease the difficulty die. Yep. By one step. If you do, cycle this card at the end of the turn. Bonus toughness test to decrease difficulty. Yes, that's going to go on the resilient side. This is our dwarves being social. And I'm kind of trying to develop multiple types of bonuses to see in the playtest which ones are more effective, right? Stubbornness stone. Yeah. Well, I kind of gave him just a generic bonus, right? Where it's easier for them to talk to, or just make any social test. I think I want to start broad, and then we can narrow things down and get more specific and stuff. I think right now we're trying to look for a proof of concept just on the basic idea and on the different styles of improvements, right? When making a resilience test to resist fear or other emotional manipulation. The dwarf may roll a bonus die and take the better. So basically they have advantage on resisting emotional manipulation. So let's see if that works. Let's see if that's a decent enough stat, right? Now we're getting into their resilient abilities. Never tire. Let's see. Some doubt if they sleep at all. May ignore penalty dice from exhaustion. This turn. So you may exhaust this card to ignore penalty dice from exhaustion this turn. If you do, this card remains exhausted. Actually, I'm kind of happy with that. I think that that's going to do all right. Dwarves' mastery of craftsmanship. Armor and weapons more effectively. They add their you may exhaust this card to add your mental stat to any physical test you make. Created by a tool, armor tool, or weapon. Tool or weapon. Okay. So I like where this is kind of headed. We've got our first 10 cards. We've got our first race cards. That doesn't sound good. Should probably think about renaming that. Hype, hype, hype. Hype, hype. No, they're not races. No. Species. Societies, communities. And I think that would be ultimately what I would like to do is instead of just having a generic dwarf, or elf or human, which are good, especially to start out, I think tying them more closely to specific either institutions or societies or civilizations, right? I think those are kind of the better way to go with that. So, up next we've got upbringing. Upbringing starts to have a wealth stat. And I think these are going to have ancestry. Yeah, lineage, another good option. I think these are going to have more roleplay things on them. Maybe just like a one roleplay thing. Hey, Ubel. Nice to see you. How you doing? We're making a new RPG system. Because sometimes that's all you can do. Right? Yeah. So exactly. I want to see something. Let's come here. Let's see what the print preview looks like. Oh, okay. Cancel that. Oh, right. I need to... We can delete this from all of them. Print preview? Oh, so I could copy down and get, you know, like 2 on a sheet. Right? Yeah. For like printing purposes. Yeah. I'm reading Mo's update. Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. So yeah, okay, I can kind of put 2 on a sheet. So that'll be cool, right? Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. I am going to... Should I just keep going? I feel like I need to condense them at some point. But that point is not right now. There you go. Duplicate. And this is going to be upbringing 1. Take a break. You're right. After I fill this in. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being awesome. I am going to put up the be right back. I'm going to take a little break, stretch out, get some water, maybe some food. I love you guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Micah. Micah. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, that one hurt. Oh, that one hurt. My arms. My arms are numb. Oh, no. Oh, that one hurt me bad. That one hurt me so bad. I'm all right. I got this. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. You're very kind. I appreciate you deeply. Yep. Will do. Spray some Listerine alcohol in my mouth. Hopefully it'll kill whatever's happening in there. The drugs are helping. Here's what I want to do. I like laying them out like this, but then I'm going to end up having to relay them out when I get art and stuff up and running, happening on them. So here's my plan. We did that for the races. That's great. I'm now going to just put the entries next to and underneath these cards, this list. So it's all together, and then I'm just copy and pasting, right? That is my plan, because there's some like icon things I need to, I don't know, find to help with those things, but I want to keep going with this. So what other type of mechanics? We can ease difficulty dice. We can add bonus and penalty dice. That's pretty simple, right? The bonus and penalty dice is a mechanic that we can play with. What are some other roll low mechanics? Those feel like the simplest ones. I want to minimize the amount of math that is that can potentially slow play down. I also don't want it to be... something. I have so many different ideas and different like ways that this could work and go. I don't. But you know what? I can make other decks, other styles, to improve that, to continue that. That is absolutely what I can do. I do not have to do it any other way, right? Exactly. No, I don't. So we're gonna make this a overflow tabby, little tabbies. Oh, chair helps so much. Chair helps so much. Okay. Right. Knowledge of the land. And let's see. You grew up outside of the big cities. You may roll a bonus die on social or mental checks to on social checks to interact with non-hostile locals, and mental checks when maybe that and just that. If it's all just a bonus die. Oh, this is legit. Yeah, it is, Horror Cat. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're going deep, bro. We ain't doing no half-ass one page. Not to say that one-page RPGs aren't great, but we're talking like full system. We're talking big fantasy RPG system that is easy enough for people to pick up and go. Right? That's the goal. That's the goal. Get dealt some cards. Have a GM that knows how to set a dice difficulty and tell a story. And everything you know about yourself is right there. You know? So there. Yeah, so that's the idea. Anyway, so if these are all just social bonus die, I'm going to kind of sum up here. I think it's just knowledge and social dice easing? Dice easing? Dice easing. What is more exciting, easing or bonus dice? Bonus dice. But I think easing is a little more appropriate. Let's go with easing. And this is kind of just going to be a mechanic for all of that. Yeah. I think having that So basically, when you're dealing with people that you were brought up around, right, in the countryside, in high society, among bankers, in middle class in the city, with working with military individuals, with artists and wanderers, with the poor, the broken, the dregs, broken, loving family, and abandoned. Those need something different, but that is good. So these are kind of the difference ones, which is good. So what is an example of somebody that comes from a broken home might there it is. Read emotion. You are exceptionally good at assessing people's emotional state. You may make a mental test to gain. It's another word for insight. To gain hints about a person's disposition, wants, or current social tactics. I like that. Peacemaker. You learn to compromise at an early age. You have a bonus die, because we did easing on the other ones, when attempting to calm a situation or prevent a fight, be it social or physical. Right? I like that. I'm gonna highlight these in a different color so that they're easier to just kind of pick out. There we go. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to. That's all right. We went too far. We went too far. Coming for that trauma. Exactly. But I think that those are accurate assessments, right? And it's something that people often like and or want, and it's really up to the GM and how you're building your characters. If we're doing an Iron Man thing and you have to take the cards you got, that's one thing. But I'm sure there are plenty of people that you want to make a specific character, and you can sort through a deck and build your 10. You know what I mean? So I think that there are some great potentials and possibilities in there. Thank you, Panda. Yes. So abandoned. Let's see. may cycle this card to gain a bonus die on any test that would benefit you and you alone. Right? Yeah. I like that. I think that's cool. Bum, 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 ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So these are things that have happened in your life. I like that the adventure deck has a criminal organization added to it, right? So at any point they might pop up. You begin with a persistent injury in your deck. I like that. The loss of someone close. Is in mortal danger. You may cycle this card and your entire spread. If you do, invert this card. I figured something out. Cool. I know how to make inverting work. You are known far and wide. For good reasons or bad. And test social. If you succeed, you find someone nearby that is aware of you and willing to help. How's that for a thought? Wealth. Whew. Money opens doors. You may cycle this card and decrease your wealth by 1 to by the difficulty of a social test to automatically succeed. Yep. Owed a favor. Someone can come through for you. On a task outside of combat, on a test outside of combat, on a non-combat Ode of favor. Ode of favor. Ode a favor. So reputation needs to be different, I think. I'm not sure. Just not sure. Oh, right. That's, when you give your word, to someone, you may ease the difficult, and gain a bonus die on the social tests. If you break your promise, you must invert this. You must stack and invert this card. Whenever interacting with the slighted. That's good. That's good. Yep, and this is make a social test. Someone in town can help you with either supplies, information, or a small service. Friendship. I don't know. Oh no. You have a friend. Friends are cool. Ah. From time to time. Same thing as the enemy. This is has a romantic entanglement that may pop up to help or hinder your adventure. You can't quite remember what it was, but you know it changed you. The adventure deck has an unsettling mystery that will continue to follow you. Nice. I like those. I think those are good. Let's see. Religious follower. Ease. Dice. For for anything involving this background. I feel like that's it. This is going to be it for everything here. Criminal, nobility, soldier, detective or law enforcement, watcher of the wild, entertainer. I feel like this would be the text here is a description of this occupation and the experience gained from it. Right? Yeah. I don't think... I feel like that being a little nebulous applies. Student would need more specifics. More specifics. Bonuses on chosen specialties. Bonuses on familiar territory. Bonuses with specific tools. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Now we get into... some things here. Ooh. That helps me with something a little higher. Okay. Got it. Let's see. Increase DC die 1 step to deal bonus damage or condition. I feel like these should be specific. But limited, because we want to have room to grow, right? Deal bonus damage with non-weapons. Equal to physical. Thank you. From items. Spellslinger. From may cast boom boom spells. May cast protective wards and charms. Protective wards. Fuck it. Divine Vessel may cast blessings or curses. Not both. May cast another good word for like an exorcism, but not an exorcism. Something purge. I like the word purge. Invoke purges. May invoke purges. May learn monster abilities. May learn specific monster abilities. Hunter. My idea was that tacticians, to put it in terms of another game, if you ran into a monster that had Pactics, you could learn how to have Pactics. But you could only have maybe one up at a time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Hunter. To deal bonus die and condition. Bonus damage and condition. Good. Need a good hunter ability. Not sure. I need something in the wilds. May invoke purges. Hunter. Tracking prey. Uh, gain benefits against specified targets. Ease and bonus die? No. That feels a little lame. We can do better. We can do something better for my hunters. Ooh. Prepared. Before combat. Okay, let's see. Nope. Make a mental, social, complex test. If you succeed, you may negate one non-magical ability of a foe. That feels like a weaker version of the Exorcist, though. Like a mental, social, complex test. Nope. Nope. Shadow Walker icon. Oh, that's what that was. Right. Hey, Tristan. Nice to see you, buddy. Thank you for continuing to sub. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. We made it. 2023 has started off just a wild, wild time, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else keeps up with WWE or wrestling news, but the disgraced Vince McMahon has sent a letter to the board declaring that he has to be reinstated as chairman, or he won't sign off on any sale or a sale of the company or renewal of broadcasting rights. He just won't. He's literally holding his company hostage so that they'll reinstate him. Right? Awful. Awful, awful, man. It really is. It's really something special. Do I need anything? I need so many things, but I don't think any of them are immediately needed. I'm trying not to get sick. I am a little sick right now. I'm trying not to get more sick. I need kind of a fun tactic or ability for like a hunter. Cloaked in shadow. May execute unaware or weakened foes. Icon. Um, may speak divine rhythms. Yeah. So I either need like another name for a class or another, like a good class ability, kind of ranger huntery. That neighborhood. Scout. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Here's something. When interacting with a prey, may critical on a natural one or the utilized stat. So they get to crit more. Specifically when they're going after their prey. They double their chances to crit. And when played smart, they'll be critting all the time. At least like once a turn. So, thank you guys for being here. This is going to be Decks of Destiny. And this is going to be my open gaming license game. A high fantasy game that is played like this. So first off, there are 50 cards. You're going to get 2 of them from every category, right? That's going to build your character. It's going to tell you about your character's species and bloodline, their origin. It's going to tell you about their upbringing. It's going to tell you about things that have happened to them in their lives, their money-making job, and their adventuring style. Right? It's not a class. It's a style. It's a penchant, if you will. It's a flair, right? All of these cards give you stats. Yes. And you're going to stack those cards in a spread. A spread is a... Okay. Thank you. All right. That sucked. Let's go back. A spread is something from tarot, where tarot cards get laid out and they sort of tell you what it is. Every card in the spread is an action you would get to take on a turn, on your turn, if you were in initiative, right? And anytime you utilize a stat on that card, you tap it, you exhaust it, right? Exhaust. Some special abilities make you cycle the card. You're going to put the card at the bottom of the stack. And another card with different abilities comes to the surface. And them's the basics. Oh, right. How do you make a test? Well, you're going to do... basic stats are physical, mental, social, and magical, arcane. And you have to roll under the stat. And you can combine cards, add them up. If you roll high or you're trying to do something difficult, basically is showing you putting more effort and energy and more actions into doing something specific, right? And so yeah, that is kind of it. Them's the basics. What do you guys think? I know some people have been here with me both earlier and now, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Tristan. I'm thinking it's a simple enough system that people can just kind of pick it up and go, right? So I'm gonna make a little to-do list here. That's kind of the basics. To do. Make spells. Make. Oh no, you're good. It does take a lot of time. Yeah, Tristan, helping somebody move takes a ton of time. Stupid stickers. At least 4 of you for tomorrow. Okay, great. Let me see. I might be able to like blop out some spells and equipment. And yeah, double check some stuff. Oh, nice. Yay. Yay, Blondie. Much excite. Much excite. I might have people roll rather than deal them out, because we won't have them, and then people can just focus on the text that is on those specific cards. And I'm gonna work on creating some art or a digital card file for Tabletop Sim, maybe? Tabletop Sim. I'm very curious how it's going to play out, too. I'm hoping it plays out well. I am hoping it plays out well. Digital card files potentially for Tabletop Sim. I need spells and equipment. Right? And that's pretty easy. But I think getting people to roll tonight for characters is a good way. Would you guys like to do that? Do we have a dice roller in the stream chat? There's already a group chat. Fantastic. So, yeah. Nice. No dice roller on stream specifically. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I would like at least 4. If we can get 5, fantastic. Otherwise, we can get 4. If somebody wants to pick their cards, they can pick their cards. Or if people want to roll for their cards, I'm good with people rolling. But essentially, what would happen if we had the cards in front of us, and I have so many cards in front of me, right? A Dod Pod? Yes, I love it. So we, here's 50 cards. If I take 2 out, essentially out of 50 cards, I would be dealing 2. There would be 5 stacks of 10. And from each stack, you would get 2 cards. So, whoever wants to, you guys can either choose or let's simulate the dealing. Rolling 2d10 5 times. And you re-roll any duplicates. That's kind of my... I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. We're going to find out. So yeah, where is the dice roller? The brewery, right? Yeah. 2d10. You're gonna need to do that 5 times. I'm gonna come over here and call this Pixie's character. Pixie's Dodd character. How do we get a 15? No, you don't add them up. They're separate. They're just separate. 7 and 8. How do you have a 17 and 11? No, I need each number individually. I'm seeing them. Yeah. 10 and 5. Great. 10 and 5. You got 4. You got 6 more cards. I did. I meant 1d10 10 times. There. You did great. You did absolutely great. You can just tell me the individual numbers. I can see them. Okay. I mean, they're all there. We can just look at them. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's... I gotcha. So it's 2 and 5. Are you redoing it? Am I making things worse? Or am I just... I'm gonna try... I don't know what I'm doing. I love you so much. Thank you. 2, 5, 7, 1, 10, 5, 9, 8, 6, 5. Okay. So that is Dwarven Community and is it 2 and 5? So no, let's do this. Insert 1 column to the left. Let's make it much smaller. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Aha! 9 and 10. And this needs to be yellow. Right, that's gonna help. 10, 5, and then here we go. Okay, so let's see, 2 and 5. A Hell-Touch Dwarf is what you pulled. So Dwarven Community Hell touched. 7 and 1 is you grew up destitute and rural. Rural destitution. Oh boy. We're doing great. Destitute. Up next is 10 and 5. Life events. Something unexplained. And wealth. At some point in your life, you came into some wealth. I like it. Nice. If you can list them as individual numbers, just like she did, I'll put yours up here too. And wealth. And then 9 and 8 is skilled labor and student. Previous occupations. Yep. Student, skilled labor. And then adventuring style is... Oh, I didn't do that. But they all have different stats. So there's none of them are specifically low. It's because normally these would be shuffled and just kind of dealt out. So 6 and 5. A divine vessel exorcist. Exorcist divine vessel. I think that's a very weird, very interesting character. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's find out. Let's figure out what times are good for people. Blondie, oh, there it is. I see your numbers now. Thank you. And we're going to come over here and we're going to write Blondie's DOD character. And so it is going to be 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 4, 6, 8, 2. Okay. So 2 and 3. Come back up here to the top. Half elf, half dwarf. Does that make sense? I don't know. We're going with it. Elven Grace and Dwarven Community Elven Grace. Dwarven Community, Elven Grace. Oh, what were those other numbers? There we go. 2 and 4. So, socialite from the city. Socialite from the city. Real Romeo and Juliet. Yeah. Absolutely. Exactly. I'm also trying to distinguish it a little bit from Tolkien and from those things. So yeah, half elf and dwarf is possible. Because why not? If a GM wants to disallow that, they can. But base-wise, this is what it is. 3 and 1. The loss of someone close and pursued by criminals. and pursued by criminals. Okay. And I keep not looking. 4 and 6 for occupations: soldier and sentinel, watcher of the wilds. Soldier, watcher of the wilds. And last but not least, 8 and 2. 8 is a hunter, and 2 is a street scrapper. Sure, why not? Hunter, street scrapper. I think it's very interesting. I like the kind of wild variety that is there. I might ask if we end up with duplicates of stuff, I might ask people to change something out. So, like, if either you or Pixie don't want to use Dwarven Community, if you want to take Dwarven Resilience, or if you just want to try something else, I am fine with that. It doesn't benefit me to test Dwarven Community twice. Does that make sense? So that is kind of my thought on that. I'm gonna insert column to the left. Yeah, if you want, you can re-roll it, or if you just want to pick one, I'll take that too. I'm good with either. I'm good with whatever. You got a 10. Cool. 10 is, I think, Devil's Own Luck. Yeah, Devil's Own Luck. Okay. Devil's Own Luck. So that's like a Hell Touched, somebody that has infernal blood in them. I'll tell you what, it's not a tiefling. It's not that. I told you it's not that. It's not that. So you get low stats, but the ability of the Hell Touched for Devil's Own Luck is during. Oh, you can't really see it. I'll kind of move us over here. There we go. Is right here during a test. During a test, you can voluntarily take a wound card and use the luck stat instead of any stat, and that's a 5, which is the highest base stat in the game so far, right? These you can get stats that are eventually going to be higher than that, but starting out, I imagine it is, you are literally wounding yourself to as like a sacrifice to succeed, which I think is pretty cool. Thank you. I'm glad you love your not teeth. Because they're not. They're not. Are we saying wink or are we just winking? I love that. Bob's Burger. I love all Bob's Burgers episodes. So yeah, I can kind of give you guys the stats and kind of write that stuff down, make some printable cards, just paper ones, and yeah, not teeth. Yeah, I love it. Oh man. Yeah, I wanted to find the some other, words that are not copyright that are more evocative. I think finding a way to kind of rename the others maybe, but like Helltouch and Devil's Own Luck really stand out. So maybe finding fun phrases for the others, I think is great. The upbringings are real simple, right? If you're in the area or you're dealing with people that are familiar with that, you can, when you're making any sort of knowledge mental test or or a social test, then you can ease the dice. So that means if the GM asks you to make a social test with a D8, and it's somebody that you're working, that you have a shared sense of community, right? For rural, right? If you're out in the countryside in a small town and you're trying to convince them to tell you something and you have to make a social test, but they're really leery of outsiders, I say, oh, it's a D8, and you go, oh, well, I'm from the country, so I'm going to ease that check. I said, great. So it goes from a D8 to a D6, and then you're trying to roll the D6 under any of your social stats that are on top, that are up. Yeah. Hey, Shino, thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. We've got the basics kind of down. Let's see. If we add another one in here. Figuring out what how the equipment is going to work. I think so weapons, range. What information does a weapon need on it? It needs its range. It needs damage. It's going to be a flat number. Flat number plus the attribute used for it, right? And what else? Any special abilities or requirements? Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we could do that for a list of weapons. Armor needs to be restrictions, penalties. Defensive. Defensive bonus. Threshold. Defensive threshold. I have another game that has a bunch of weapon cards. It's the Pathfinder Rise of the Ruined Lords adventure game base set that has a bunch of like items. I bet I could grab those just to make this part of it. It is down here. It's right there. I can see it. I think what armor is going to do. I will in a minute. I'll grab it in a second. So like armor is oh god, did I just remake that game? No. It doesn't have a multiple dice or a roll under system. I didn't. I had a panic though. So armor needs to a damage threshold means you don't take damage until unless the amount of damage is above a certain number, right? And so that's one option. The other thing I guess it could be is... Ooh. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, we keep Mike. That's awesome, Mike. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. That is phenomenal. The other thing that armor can do is absorb a certain number of hits. Mike made... Here, let me see. Open original. Sorry. Multiversal Mike made this quick like card back for Decks of Destiny, which I think is really, really awesome. Like, it looks phenomenal. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So armor, defense threshold, or number of hits absorbed. Which is easier. Which makes more sense. Spells. Spells, effects are based on arcane stat used to test, and number needs to meet to deal damage. Oh, the threshold. You're talking about threshold. Okay. Threshold. Great. Yeah. Absolutely. So they're based on the arcane stat used in the test. No, you're good. Thank you, Tristan. Multiplied by the number of actions used. Spell components. Somatic equals physical. Social equals verbal. And mental equals, I don't know, focus. Yeah. I like it. I'll get a list of spells that are up and running. I don't know who that person is that just texted me. That's not okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, they said, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a nice today. So it's a scam, because they can't speak. I mean, it's a nice scam, but it's a scam. It's a very kind scam. It's a scam who prepares. I am going to shut it down. The meds are wearing off. I need some water, and I need to let my brain relax for a little bit. What are you sorry for? No, I'm not. Yeah. Digging into weapons and armor, and spells, all of that sort of stuff. I need to recharge before I do that. That's another undertaking. I need to recharge a little bit to do that. So yeah, we're gonna go on a raid. Raid. I can type. Raid. Old World Charm. Yeah, raid is created. Nice. Thank you guys for being here. Please stick around on the raid. Give them a little love. We're going to see what they are up to. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you guys later. Until then, be cool.